How important is truth to you? More importantly, what is truth? If 1 million scientific experiments indicate a certain series of causes will create the same effect every time, what guarantee is there against a change in effect upon the 1 million and first experiment which may never be conducted? Even in science, which makes its business to blind bias eyes with multiple folds of rational cloth, the closest we can get to truth on the clearest of issues seems to be just a matter of extreme probability. One of the greatest beauties and strongest frustrations of a truly open mind is the inexistence of absolute, unequivocal facts that permit complacency for the weary mind. There's such a dull comfort and satisfaction in being plugged into the matrix, riding the currents of the status quo and grazing with the other sheep. Now, sheep know grass is good. Grass must be good because it's always been good. We keep eating it and keep living. The dog is bad. It must be bad because it barks so loudly and looks so mean. Let's huddle together to flee from the dog into the safety of our pen. Let us never question the intentions of the dog or the power of its bite, let alone entertain the possibility of its actions being dictated by a separate entity. The dog is bad. Its bark hurts our ears. That is sufficient for us. Let us never question the potential dangers of pesticides that may coat the scrumptious grass placed by a larger being with the intention of killing smaller beings with the potential of sickening us beyond comprehension. That manner of thought is far too confusing, stress-inducing, and time-consuming for sheep like us who have so much grass to munch and so little concept of how much or how little time we may have. Who can be bothered with the concept of time while all these delicious grasses and evil dogs surround us? Just as sheep know the grass is good and the dog barks are bad, the lemmings know conformity is good and individuality is bad. Individuality must be bad. It hurts to stand alone there on the edge of the cliff. Now, small children know that everything their parents say is true. It must be true, or why would they say it? Parents are infallible to us toddlers. We rely on the wisdom of our eternal parents as our source of truth. How could we children consider our parents liars when we don't understand what a lie really is, even if we're just old enough to tell them ourselves? If our parents know something to be true in their minds and preach that very truth over and over, do we consider them liars when it turns out that they're wrong? If a watch is broken when its false time is presented as a fact to the passer-by, is the watch wearer a liar because the time given was not the truth? How could people whose words hold no truth be honest with nothing but a shield of ignorance in their defense? And perhaps that shield is sufficient, but we'll still be late for our appointment if we think it's 3:40 when it's really 4:30. Now, teenagers know that high marks in school are good because everyone tells them they are. Why wouldn't they be? The information in the books must be true or else it wouldn't be there, right? We seldom bother with who wrote the book, how it was published, or who decided what to put in and what to leave out. We do know what's in our hands, and it wouldn't be there unless it was true. Would it be? Could it be? Information within the book comes from some source that we don't know personally, and if we did know it personally, we'd probably take it less seriously. Intangible sources are more omniscient by the way of their ominousness. Knowing a personal source tends to make him or her just as unreliable as he or she is personal when opposed to some ambiguous cloud of unspecific knowledge sources like a group of invisible authors. Regardless, the student questioning sources and facts is usually failed as punishment for paranoia rather than praised for skeptical thinking. Now, some people know that drugs are good, though good is even more subjective than truth. Those drugs inject us with positive feelings and glorious illusions of what the world should be or could be for a painfully short amount of time. Those drugs don't hurt until later on when we come back to earth, back to truth and reality. So perhaps it's truth and reality that are so bad. After all, we can trust our own senses, right? Why would something feel good if it isn't, and why would it feel bad if it wasn't? It's much too hard to think beyond physical gratification into matters of deeper consequence, so let's just stick with the immediate sensory reaction where our minds see pain and pleasure, black and white. The sober person's rational words are meaningless drivel to a room full of drunks and junkies. It has been spoken and written many times, the truth shall set you free. An essential question lingers in this age of happy sheep and ignorant toddlers, in this age of failing geniuses and blissful junkies. Those willing to think freely must ask, what is the price of that freedom?